I am Chef Tony Baker with Baker's Bacon. How are you guys doing today? Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to take a look at our small company. I'm going to start by giving you a small background of my career and also how we started Baker's Bacon. I'll make it short and snappy. I'm a career chef, graduated culinary school in the UK in 1989. Worked in some fine dining, came to the States late 1994, and worked pretty much my whole career in the States with the company Downtown Dining. I was executive chef of Montreal Bistro since 1997, and finally hung up my toque and actually sold my shares in the company just before COVID. So good time to get out of the restaurant business, I say. Baker's Bacon was kind of a project, a hobby if you like, from 2011, working with a gentleman by the name of Steven Sachs at Prime Smoked Meats in Oakland, California. And he let me have free reign at the smokehouse and play around. We did a lot of experimenting with dry cures. We played with back bacon. We were buying some beautiful California pigs, working with a butcher up in Oakland to do some processing, and we came out with some just incredible bacons, taking me back to my English roots, good old English style back bacon. We were actually taking whole saddles of beautiful Duroc pork, dry curing them, and getting a long back, which was a rasher of bacon this long. Sadly, wasn't really commercially viable, so we had to drop that one after a couple of years. But we are doing another version of back bacon using a lip-on loin, which is an American cut that's readily available, which brought the cost down and made it affordable to most people. So we're making our double smoked belly bacon, which is really our workhorse. It's dry cured, double smoked using applewood. We actually burn maple wood in there as well. Real smoke, which is not traditional these days, sadly. So many smokehouses are pumping and using a lot of water in the product, plus using liquid smoke and atomizing and all kinds of other tricks to build efficiencies. But fortunately, we're still able to make bacon, dry curing and using real smoke, and it's absolutely bloody delicious. So hopefully you guys have had the opportunity to taste it, because obviously the proof is in the pudding. Something that we do that I'm very proud of, and to the best of my knowledge we are the only ones distributing nationally is with this product, is a sous vide bacon. So we take our whole dry cured slabs, we put them in a cooking bag, drop them into a water bath and cook them for a very long time. The result is very thick, delicious smoked bacon that is very versatile and very different in terms of what people generally expect out of bacon. So we can sear it, it's great on sandwiches, it's great in ramen bowls, lots of really creative things you can do with it. In fact, one of our biggest customers is a really high-end premium burger chain, and they use our sous vide bacon on their burgers. Granted, it's a spendy burger, but my God, it's delicious. In fact, I think that burger, I know that burger won Best Burger in America by Bon Appetit magazine. I think it was 2017 or 18. Let's talk a little bit about the COVID pivot. So we started in 2011, as I said, and because my contacts in the chef business, I wanted to be selling to the restaurant industry, food service, wholesale, which was comfortable for me. I mean, I'm not a direct-to-consumer kind of guy. We have been in the restaurant business, lots of friends, lots of chefs as friends, and food distributors. So I literally just reached out to my friends and ended up selling them bacon, and also picking up distributors that were partnerships that I'd had for many years in the restaurant business. So fortunately now we are partnered mostly with the Chef's Warehouse. In fact, we have a unique deal with Chef's Warehouse, where we only sell to them, a totally exclusive deal, where we sell to them outside of California. So you'll find that we're in every one of the Chef Warehouse markets all over the country, and do very well in Chicago and New York, which has been fantastic. has allowed me to get out and travel pre-COVID. Looking forward to getting back to that. With food service really tanking, obviously, during COVID, since March, really impacted our sales hugely. And with me giving up my restaurant job, had to look to other ways to grow the business and maintain the volume that we've been used to. So, and keep on our employees, of course, and keep the money coming in. So our COVID pivot has been to launch a direct-to-consumer program, which we've done in a couple of different ways. Firstly, our brick-and-mortar store that we opened 2 months ago, and it's doing great. We're a small butcher shop. We're doing fresh Llano Seco pork, some fantastic Niman Ranch prime natural beef. We've got Cook's Venture chicken. So a lot of great products that are aligned with our core values as a sustainable producer. In addition to that, we sell a lot of bacon, obviously. Plus, we bring in guest bacons. We have bacon from Black Pig, from Benton's in Tennessee, which is very different style to ours, but it's really interesting for customers to pick and choose and try and taste different products. I totally respect and recognize that there's a lot of other bacons out there and a lot of producers that do a great job, and there's plenty of room for all of us. So it's cool to see what others are doing. And then, of course, in addition to our brick and mortar store, we have our website. So that's a new thing for us, the online sales. We wanted to be the best value premium bacon on the internet, which I think we've accomplished. One of the things we offer is a subscription box, which people can order in any time shipments they like, from 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 months. And it runs $95, including shipping, and you get 8 packages of bacon. And typically we offer five packages of our double smoke, a couple of packs of the back bacon, and we also do a guest bacon or a specialty cut of our choosing. So some of the things we've done so far have been our sous vide bacon, bacon chops cut from our back bacon. So really fun. Packs of lardons, we can do ground bacon. So lots of different things for people to play with and give them opportunities to get creative in their home kitchens. So I feel like 8 packages of bacon for $95 delivered to your door in great packaging, along with newsletters. Newsletters we've been producing. We've partnered with some great celebrity chefs from around the country to work on some bacon recipes. So people get tired of just hearing about me all the time, so it's really fun to work with other chefs to come up with some creative recipes, and they're also producing videos. So that newsletter that is in the box contains a QR code that links to a video, so you can watch chefs like Elizabeth Faulkner or Brian Malarkey to making their own dishes in their own kitchens, which is really fun and exciting to see chefs of such high caliber and talent working with Baker's Bacon. Of course, we sell to some amazing chefs all over the country, and we can certainly furnish some of those names. If you choose to, if you need more information, you can just reach out to us. But anyway, that's it for me for now. We're going to make a Brussels sprout recipe with Baker's Bacon and fresh medjool dates. Of course, it's the holiday season, so dates are just one of my favorite foods. And we're going to give that a go. Okay, thank you very much. Hi, this is Chef Tony Baker with Baker's Bacon, and today we're going to make a Brussels sprout dish using our sous vide bacon. And we're also going to use some medjool dates, some crispy farro that we've got here that we cooked and puffed up in some hot fat, little chili flakes, red onion, and we're also going to use some honey and balsamic syrup to make a delicious glaze. So let's get started. I'm going to start with my sous vide bacon here. We're going to cut it into cubes and crisp it up a little bit. And we're going to use some of the delicious fat from our dry cured double smoked bacon in our recipe. We're going to use everything. So for this, we're going to use just half the package of bacon. So this sous vide bacon is literally cooked for 24 hours. I mean, it's you can see that the texture is just dense and very soft. So it's quite unique as compared to regular bacon. Very versatile. Lots of fun things you can do with the sous vide bacon. We have customers using it in ramen restaurants. We have real high-end burger restaurants using it as well, which is really fun. Okay, so notice I put it into a dry pan, which is completely fine. There's plenty of fat in bacon, so that will render out and give us the fat. In fact, we're going to use the fat for tossing our Brussels sprouts in. So use everything. Delicious. While that bacon is cooking up there, I'm going to go ahead and prep some things here. I've got our red onion. I'm going to dice this. So you'll notice, give you a little lesson here, we've got a root on one end, and this is the top of the onion. So if it were growing in the ground, it would be this way. We're going to use the roots to keep the onion together when we're slicing it. So you don't want this to be too fine. It's going to be a little bit chunky. We want the onions in it. Okay. All right. Beautiful. Okay. Set that to one side. I'm going to toss the red onion with our Brussels sprouts shortly. And talking of Brussels sprouts, I've got some that I already cut right here. I'm going to finish the rest of these up. All we're doing is trimming up the bottom there and removing any really dark outside leaves, but you don't need to overdo the trimming of these. Everything's edible here. It's all good. So we're just cutting them in half. That allows them to cook a little bit more evenly and a little quicker. There we go. So we've got our Brussels sprouts. Okay. Now, that's the beautiful thing about these induction cooktops. They're very quick. They get hot almost instantly. And we're already smoking up a storm here. We're here today in our Marina office, which Marina, California is right north of Carmel and Monterey. This is where we do our shipping of our mail order service, as well as distribution to restaurants in Carmel, Monterey, Big Sur, and so forth. So we have fun here. Alright, we're still cooking that down. We're going to get that, we want that to get a little color on it. So it's going to take just another minute or two. Okay, so some of the advantages of using the sous vide bacon is you can get it nice and crispy on the outside while being super tender on the inside. So it eats deliciously well. Using it in a burger, for example, if you do a quick sear on a plancha or flat top, or even just a cast iron pan, a little black pepper on it. I like to even do a little splash of pure maple syrup. Put that on a burger, and because the bacon is cooked sous vide, you can cut all the way through the bacon, the salad, the burger, and the bun, and everything with one bite, and you get a nice clean bite with your sandwich. Versus sometimes with bacon, you get a hold of it, and you ever bitten into a burger and pull it away, and you've got bacon falling out of your mouth, and it's all stringy and chewy, and you know. So this is a great application for sous vide bacon is actually in a burger. Okay, so we've got it looking quite lovely right now. The fat is starting to foam a little, and our bacon's getting good and crispy on the outside. So we're going to actually remove the bacon, but keeping the fat. So I'm just going to set the bacon aside. Don't have to worry about removing too much of the fat. We're going to actually use the same pan here to toss our Brussels sprouts and our onions in all of that delicious fat, and that's what we're going to use to cook. Oh, I missed one piece right there. Now you may have heard the term lardon before. Lardon is a French culinary term for a little strip of bacon. So these are not technically correct lardons, but you could use the term loosely and call these lardons. Alright, in go the Brussels sprouts, in go our beautiful red onion that we just chopped. Okay. And I'm turning the heat off here. We're not really trying to saute these, I'm just trying to combine everything. I'm going to season these. Brussels sprouts are one of those things that really do soak up the seasoning, so be generous with your salt. I like to use kosher salt. It's non-iodized, it's got a coarser texture, and is quite delicious. I've got Teller cherry black peppercorns here. We're grinding those over the top. Wonderful. And we're just going to give this a stir so as that everything gets coated in the bacon grease. Wonderful. Okay. Now I've got a sheet pan here with some parchment on it. We're going to pop that on there, and then these are going to go into our hot oven. About 15-20 minutes is all it's going to take to get these all nice and browned up and our Brussels sprouts tender. So we'll see you back in a few minutes with our beautifully roasted Brussels sprouts. Thank you. Okay, so our Brussels sprouts are in the oven and they're almost ready, and just so we're ready for when they come out of the oven, we're going to prepare our glaze. For our glaze, I've got some beautiful local honey, red chili flakes, and some balsamic vinegar. And I'm going to use the same pan as we used to cook up our bacon. It's got some remnants of that bacon going on in the bottom of the pan, so we'll be picking up all of that flavor. It's going to be delicious. Let's start off with the chili flake. Put a little bit of that in the bottom of the pan, toast those. We're going to immediately add our balsamic and our honey. A little tip on the honey: if you just pop it in the microwave for like 15 seconds or so, it will warm that up and make it a lot more pourable. So it makes it a little easier to work with. So that's combining, and it's already looking yummy. For this, I'm using local balsamic vinegar. Well, I say local, it's actually an Italian balsamic, but it's from Oils of Paisinas, which is a local company over near Hollister, not too far from us. And this is immediately forming that beautiful glaze. And notice I'm getting with the rubber spatula and picking up all of that flavor that's already in the pan, sort of deglazing it if you like. Alright, I'm going to turn that off. It's already ready to go. Didn't need much reducing at all in this spoiled bottom pan. Okay, so that's ready to go. Our Brussels are almost ready, and one more thing I'm going to do before our Brussels are ready is we're going to prepare these dates. It's date season here in California, and medjool dates are my favorite. They're super moist, full of just really rich umami flavor. You know, they just they hit every spot. Loaded with sugar, potassium, give you instant energy, great to bring with you on a hike, and just one of nature's gifts. They're just stunning. So you'll notice I just popped out the pit. Gonna split them in half, and we're just gonna cut them. I don't mind them being a little chunky since these are so moist and delicious. It's very easy to get these to kind of glop up in a big ball, so because they are so sticky, and so just leave them like that on the board, and it'll be easier to incorporate them into the Brussels sprouts shortly. Look at those, beautiful. Okay, they're getting ready to go into our Brussels shortly. Okay, so our Brussels sprouts are out of the oven and they look fantastic. Look at that. They took about 15 minutes, 375. They look delicious. We've got our glaze looking stunning. And we are going to pop our Brussels sprouts in with that honey and balsamic and chili. We're going to also add some dates, which are going to give us some wonderful sweetness. In go the dates. And of course, in goes our beautiful bacon. Fantastic. I'm going to set this, our dirty dishes out of the way. Okay, so let's go ahead and combine all these beautiful things. Get those dates broken up. They can be a bit of a sugar overload, the dates, but they're delicious and so seasonal. Turn the heat up a little bit. Bring all these flavors together. Just serious yum yum. The seasoning's perfect. And then we've got our crispy puffed grains over there we're going to garnish with, which also add just a really beautiful crunch. It's just a great way to finish off this dish. This beautiful winter, quite festive actually, isn't it? You know, I always think about Brussels sprouts. My mum would always do Brussels sprouts at Christmas time. A great holiday veg, but we've come to enjoy Brussels sprouts now really throughout the whole year. They seem to be readily available all year long. So many things you can do with them. I like shredding them and using them in a salad, but they're just fantastic. So here's our puffed grain. This particular one is farro, but you can do puffed rice, any number of different items to add a little crunch. And we've salted these pretty good as well, so they got a nice salty crunch to them. So there we have it. There's our Brussels sprouts with Baker's sous vide bacon, our crispy farro, dates, red onion, chili flakes. Absolutely stunning and delicious. I think you'll agree. Give us a feedback and comments if you go ahead and try this recipe for yourself and have some fun with it. Okay. Thanks again for your time and for checking us out. Any questions? We have a lot of information on bakersbacon.com. Of course, for additional product, you can order product online with bakersbacon.com, shop.bakersbacon.com, and welcome your feedback. Thank you very much, and have a fantastic holiday. Cheers. I'm Tony Baker from Baker's Bacon. Feel good about what you eat, and Baker's Bacon, bacon the way it's supposed to be. Cheers.